Okay guys, I am going to go show you how to upload an activity to on Seesaw. I'm going to show you two ways to do that. The first way is my personal favorite. I just take screenshots of things I want to upload, and the other one is if you have put something on your drive, Windows or Google Drive or anywhere on your computer, you can also upload those activities. So I'm going to show you the first one, which is the screenshot. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so my screenshot, let me go here. There we go. So I want to take a picture of this on my screenshot. Here we go. So I'm just going to do this, and my computer is going to take a picture of that. And as you can see on my desktop, it pops up over here. I jump onto my Seesaw. I was one step ahead, so let me back up to where you should be. When you log into Seesaw, you're usually at, it takes you to your journal. And your journal, everyone's journal looks different. It all depends on who turned in their work, if you even started yet. If you haven't started the Seesaw yet, you would just have the picture of like the video of how to access Seesaw or something like that, the introduction of Seesaw. So everyone's journal entry is all different. So what you can do is you can go ahead, and this is the shortcut way of adding an activity. You go to Assign Activity, and it'll take you to your library, and you're going to do Create New Activity. This is going to be a Herman the Helper Q&A. Okay. This part over here is where you can put student instructions. I personally bypass this one just because I found that most of my parents tend to click on the very first thing that they see, and this is usually what pops up in your activity first, and then the student response picture pops up the second one. So I don't want them to get confused, because if they click on the picture where the direction is at, they actually can't access it. I mean, they can't manipulate it, do the work. So I try to limit the choices for the parents and the student. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and click Add Template for Student Response. And I will click Upload, because I am uploading my screenshot of this worksheet, excuse me. So I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna drag and drop. Once the picture is there, I click my green arrow check mark. I have to make sure I am clicked on the finger here, because that's the only way I can manipulate this box, this picture. I also have to unlock it. They tend to be locked, and if it's locked, you can't shrink the picture, you can't move the picture. So you want to make sure it's unlocked. And if you get the right size and position that you want, then you should lock it. That way, even if I click on it, the kids can't move it at all or anything like that. So this worksheet just happens to have all the my instructions that I want. If it didn't, I would have gone to shapes and make it all fancy and added my little thought bubble to give them my directions, like, oh, choose this, or, you know, and then I would add my text box here and type what I want them to do, which is to color the picture, all that. But I don't need to do that, because I already, like I said, I already have it in this worksheet, which reminds me I should make it bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. I'm going to make it just a tad bit bigger. There we go, and now I'm going to lock it again. Okay. Another thing I do is I go ahead and give an example of what I want them to do. You have two choices of coloring. You can use the marker, which is this. I don't choose this too often, because what happens, as you can see, if I color it, it makes the kind of like the picture disappear, so I don't want to do that. I choose the highlighter most of the time, just because if I do that, I can color it, and the picture, the essence of the picture is still there. as you can see. Okay, once I got how I want the kids to see the work, then I click on the green, and then I click on save. And this is how it's going to look. I'm going to go ahead and assign to my students, all of them. I tend to schedule my work ahead of time. So I'm going to do this for October. When is this one? This is going to be for October 22. Boom. And I usually do it for like 7 o'clock in the morning so that everyone has access to it whenever they want it. Once it looks the way I want it, I click green and assign. And it should go right there. And I do have a pre-made folder, and that's why if you want to save something into a folder that you've created a while back, just you can click on the heart, and this is theme 2 week 2, so that's where I assigned it. And then if you want to see how it looks on your library, it'll pop up like this. There you go, it popped up right here. Whatever you created first usually pops up here. And then this is the folder I was telling you about. This is just my way of organizing all the activity that I have. And it's really easy to do it. See on the bottom right here, just type in a word, however you want your folder to be called. So down the road, I'm gonna need a theme 2 week 4 folder, and I just create it. And there's my folder right there. I have 0 right now. So those are the activities there. And how it's going to look in your class, well, it's not going to pop up because I didn't, I scheduled it for another day. But if you are curious about activities that you do pop up, this is how it's going to look. It just pops up. You have to click activity and all the current activity that you have. So today is October 7. All of these activities is for the October 7 stuff. Okay, so I showed you how to upload using a screenshot. Now here's another way to upload an activity. Again, go to the button Add, Assign Activity. This time I'm going to upload through my Google Drive, one of my drive. So I'm going to create a new activity. And the one that I'm going to do is called letter, I want to say it's letter E. I believe it's letter E. Let me double check. Nope, letter F. Letter F. Boom. Okay, same thing. I'm going to go to Add Template for Student Response. And I'm going to click on Upload. And now you have a choice. Is this select from the computer or select from Google Drive? I happen to have it on Google Drive, so I'm going to click on that. And then it is under, oh, excuse me. I haven't been, like I said, I tend to use my screenshot more than I do my Google Drive. It just makes it easier. So anyways, your Google Drive will come up, and this is what I want to do, which is theme 2 week 3. I'm going to select that, and it's going to upload that file onto my create activity. There it is. Make sure you only have one thing in there, but let's say there's multiple pages, but you only want one page. Let's pretend there was multiple pages in this one, okay? And what happens is all of those pages will pop up here. It's easy to delete it and just pick and choose the one that you want. Go to the 3 dot right there, just delete the page, delete, I don't need it, delete. I don't need it. And to only where you only have one page or maybe 2 page that you want to select, okay? So this one, I'm gonna go to my hand. I'm gonna fix this because I'm gonna make this interactive. All right, so I usually shrink it because I need my room to make this worksheet into an interactive worksheet. So once I got the size that I want, I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in place. I'm going to screenshot, I know it's the wrong word, and I'm just gonna, as you can see, it's popping up on my desktop, on my screenshots. And I'm gonna take individual pictures of each of the things I want to be able to manipulate, okay, and make interactive. So I'm just taking pictures of all of the letter F's. This is, I mean, and then you can also make your work individualized by making it harder for the kids, depending on the group that you have. My group, we're still working on this, so it's not as difficult. And I like to make mine a little fancy, so I do put in another box in here. And I stretch it out. And this is where I will put my direction and where the stuff we'll see. So I clicked, I'm gonna type in the direction, which is to match the letter F, okay? And I'm not happy with the way it looks, so I'm gonna change the style of it. I just clicked on the 3 dots and I'm gonna make it into this, and I'm gonna take out the border. And then I'm just gonna click and drag to where I wanna put this direction. I'm happy with the size. If I make it a little bit bigger, there you go. And oh yeah, and I would like to lock that. Make sure to lock it so again, they can't touch it. Same with this box, I'm gonna lock it. All right, now that I did that, I'm happy with that way that looks. I'm going to click and drag the things that I can manipulate. So that way, I want the kids to match the letter F's, just like that. I'm gonna size it, approximate the size, and there we go. And they're gonna overlap because I don't have enough room on my F, and that's on my box, and that's okay. There you go, got a few more to do. One and this one. Just like that, okay? And there it is. All right, so I'm happy with the way this looks. Not really, I wanna make it more cute. So I'm gonna give it a background. There we go. There you go. So that's just to make it a little bit and more visually interesting. Okay, I'm happy with the way this looks. I'm gonna go ahead and click green and say, move. Let me move this. Save it, bonk. I'm gonna assign this because I already made it, so I might as well assign it. I'm gonna schedule it, and this is gonna be letter F, and that is for Tuesday the 27th for me. Tuesday, October 27, and like I said, I like to give it to them early in the morning, AM, and save, assign. Oops, there you go. And then, since I already have a folder for this, is this gonna be theme 2, week 3, and I'd like to save it there too. One less thing for me to do. All right. And those are 2 ways to upload an activity, and I kind of snuck in a way to make your worksheet interactive too while I was doing it. All right, and then, okay, if you have any questions, just email me and I'll walk you through it if you need help, okay? Let me stop my sharing, and that's it.